The head of state arrived, took the presidential salute, inspected the guard of honor, and made his way into the police officers' annex to declare open the conference held under the theme Consolidating on Partnership Programs, Enhance Public Trust, and the Capacity Building to Provide Effective Security. President Granger told the senior officers that one of the focus for the GPF is respecting and protecting the most vulnerable in society, the women and elderly, and especially girl children.
We're therefore disturbed that so many crimes are committed in our communities. A 78-year-old woman, a widow, who's raped and murdered, or a 14-year-old schoolgirl who's raped and murdered. When the screams and the shrieks of an abused wife are ignored, these are community offenses, and it is in the community that we must put our policing efforts if we are to protect our citizens, to make them safe.
Mr. Granger said that it is the police force mandate under the law to ensure that communities are safe.
The force must surmount this challenge and fulfill its mandate to the Guyanese people. It must fulfill its obligations under the Constitution. It must honor its duty under the law to keep our people and our communities safe. In this regard, the police force has a fourfold role in crime fighting. It must prevent crime. It must protect property and life. It must preserve law and order. And it must prosecute offenders. These four functions are necessary, but they are not sufficient. For if the police is to win the war against crime and violence, it cannot ignore the causes of crime.
The Commander-in-Chief also stated that security and safety against crime and violence have gone so bad that he sees so many applications for firearms. Citizens, Mr. Granger pointed out, and business people have to ensure their premises with grill work. He said police community groups are to help in the fight against crime, but they are not to be taken as units unto themselves since they have to work along with the GPF in crime fighting.
But community policing is not a group. It is a process. It is a practice. It is a procedure that promotes problem-solving techniques and improves public safety by forging bonds of trust between the police and the public. It is meant to be a function because the Constitution gives the police force the responsibility to safeguard the safety of the citizens. And the Disciplined Forces Commission, in recommendation number 48, states that community policing must be brought within the full ambit of the law, and it must not be allowed to remain lawless.
President Granger congratulated the GPF for erasing the high rate of crime in the country thus far through Operation Dragnet, etc. But he believes the solution to solving crime is in the divisions and villages. President David Granger is calling on citizens to join the fight against crime. He's also asking the Guyana Police Force to pay more attention to police community or policing group in this country, especially the protection of citizens across this country. Basil? Good.